Good morning, my friends. So I am getting ready to do my workout. I thought first of all I would show you what I've been doing for the last few days, aside from my workout. So behind me you can see all that wall back down to jib and the ship furniture that's basically sitting out in the middle of the room, more down to jib. And then this area here has already had the first layer of wallpaper removed. And today I'm going to get that layer off and that will get me back down to jib. And then after that, my next thing is to clean the ceiling up there. And once that is clean, then I've just got to mask off all the lights and probably bag up the hanging one. Seeing as I'm not an electrician and I'm not about to remove lights and put them back on again. So once that is done, then we can, sorry about that, paint the ceiling, which would be kind of good. Ceiling is the first step, and then I've got to do a coat of sealant on all the walls because it's old jib, it'll bleed through if I don't. Then plaster things, and there's a lot of plastering to do because there is some really weird shit going on under that. So there's a couple of areas where they've plastered over wallpaper. Now, I've got one area I've done that in the house, and that was basically because someone put their knee through the wall, and I needed to fix it. But I haven't done it anywhere near as far as this one has. There's at least two here where there's about a foot of width of plastering over the top of wallpaper or lining paper, which, yeah, and when they did do it, they didn't do it right. They've used the mesh tape instead of the proper tape. There's a few sections also where they haven't even bothered to tape joints. They're just wallpapered over the top of them. Yeah, I don't know what the hell they were doing. I mean, no matter what I find, I've got to be repairing it because you cannot get jibboard here for love nor money at the moment. And it's not going to be available until August, they're saying at the moment. But of course, there's no guarantees it'll be available even then, and God only knows what the price will be like. So, yeah, at this point, I'm kind of hoping that if I've got any big patches I need to do, and I don't know that yet. I won't know that until I remove some of the croppy fixes. I've got to hope that I've got enough left because I should have out in the garage a bit of jib. It's not a full sheet by any stretch of the imagination. It's like probably down to less than a quarter of a sheet by this point. But I couldn't spot it in the garage the other day, so I'm not sure if we've still got it. So anyhow, that's where I'm at with the getting ready to redo that room. It is not going to be an easy process, and of course it has to go on hold while Sock Madness is happening. This is why I want to get the actual stripping of the wallpaper finished today, because I know I've got today, tomorrow, and probably the next day free. So it would be really good if I could get the ceiling done before the next round of Sock Madness. So yeah, and the worst part about it is that I'm going to have to work around all that furniture that's in here, because you see all this. There's a table, there's the bookcase, there's the computer, and then we've got this thing here is the hutch dresser, and my industrial sewing machine there as well. Got nowhere else to put them, because if I put them in the lounge I can't work out. So what we may end up doing is, once this particular round of workouts is finished, because there's probably about a week left to go or so, week and a half maybe, once this spot's finished we may have to shift some of the stuff into the lounge, and I may just have to look on painting and stuff as my workout. We'll see how it goes. Either way, I will still be working out. It's just a matter of what sort of workout and where. I suppose worst case scenario, I can basically clear the drop cloths off the floor in the dining room and do it there. So anyhow, I'm just going to put... someone's been fiddling with my phone carrier. Sorry. Right. Hopefully... Yep, someone's definitely been fiddling with it, because you should... sorry. Be able to see most of me. Maybe not my feet. Still not quite right. Okay, that's probably about right. Let's get this done.
Push your hips back while you lower the dumbbell down slowly. Make sure your back is straight and your engagement core, as you don't want to injure your lower back. Use weights that are challenging enough for you, especially for your speed reps.
So I've got 6 kgs of weights at the moment. Doing 2-3 kg weights.
Seconds rest now, and we're going to swap over.
Okay, I'll do one more. Good.
Then lower the weights down slowly and push through your feet to get back up.
Yep. Sense of balance, not 100%. I spent most of yesterday going up and down step ladder, so, well, not a proper step ladder, basically one of those little ones you use for kitchens and stuff.
Great work, guys. 15 seconds rest now, and we're moving on to curtsy lunge poses.
So I'll be using the bigger one, the taller one for, it's a step stool really.
Bring one leg forward behind you and lunge. Pulse once and get back up and repeat.
Yeah, so I'll be using the taller one when I'm doing the ceiling painting. Mainly because I'll need to be able to actually see what I'm doing. And I'll have to make sure I wear safety glasses as well. Don't want my eyes full of paint.
Short rest here, and we're swapping over to the other side. Just 4 more exercises after this one, and that will be set one.
So it'll be second ever project using a paint sprayer. So I'm not using the same paint sprayer I used for the last one. The last one was the fence, and the paint sprayer we had for that was a $40 one. And it did a brilliant job on that, but it was not exactly what you would call fine work. Sorry. My husband's just started printing something, and
Good job, everyone. Slightly longer 20 seconds rest now.
He haven't pulled the thing out on the printer.
Take a big step to the right and push your hips back as you lunge down. Make sure your core is engaged and get back up, then raise your leg up laterally.
It's raining out there. Not supposed to rain today, but it is. So one of our cats is sitting on the Star, sitting on the fence getting wet.
15 seconds rest now and swap to the other leg. Keep pushing
So one of the things I had also planned to do today was to plant out some pansies. So I'm probably still going to do that, but it's not going to be quite as pleasant as it would have been on a nice fine day.
Rest up and we're moving on to squats.
Left big toes a bit grumpy this morning. I think that may have something to do with too much hot chocolate, too much cocoa in general.
Then squat down low. Make sure you engage your core, your back is straight and your glutes are engaged too. Muscle connection is important.
I think it's actually getting wetter out there. I may have to put off the pansies after all if this keeps up.
Rest those glutes again and we're going to end this set with squat pulls.
So more than likely we'll be repeating this whole thing again
Squat
after this.
10 times, then come back up again and repeat.
I think I just did 20.
Pause the video here if you need a longer rest. Remember, it's
Good
totally fine to rest your muscles if you need to. It's important as you need to perform the next set in good form. Just take 1 to 2 minutes break if you need to. We're going to repeat the last 8 exercises in set 2. I know it's repetitive, but it's what we need if you want to work on those glutes. Grab the dumbbell and let's get ready for single leg deadlift. Push your hips back as you lower your dumbbell down slowly. Make sure your core is engaged and your head to your lifted leg should form a straight line.
So now today's one is supposed to be doing this particular round twice, but with all the other stuff I've got to do today, I think I'm just going to do one round. Simply because I'm going to be up and down that step stool again all day. If I was going to take today off like I'd originally planned, that would be different.
Let's do it again. Let's swap to the other leg.
But I am not taking today off because if I do, I won't get enough work done on the dining room before Sock Madness starts again. And it would be good if I could get it done before the cold weather starts properly. Yes, I can heat the room, but it would be better if I didn't have to. It'd be cheaper if I didn't have to because power's going up this winter.
15 seconds rest now and spot curtsy lunges. Remember, you can always swap to a lighter or heavier weight depending on how you're going. You gotta push yourself, but if it's too challenging for you, you can always take it down a notch. Just don't give up or quit on us. Make sure you do it slow and controlled with the curtsy lunges as you don't want to hurt your ankles.
Oh, that's the other thing I've got to be careful of too. I did pull a muscle at the back of my left thigh on the last workout I did. Like, it's not bad. I'm pretty much not noticing it at the moment, which is why I'm still doing this. But there's just sort of a hint of it.
10 seconds of rest again and we'll swap to the other leg. Almost near the halfway mark and we'll just have one set left to go.
But I think that because of the fact that I put the anti-flam on it and the fact that I have been up and down the ladder all the time, the step stool, sorry, I think that's helped. But I don't want to push it too hard because if it gets to the point where I can't go up and down that step stool, that's not good. Totally lost my balance there.
If you have a resistance band, you can put it on if you want to make the next 4 exercises more challenging.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, damn it, lost my train of thought. Never mind, it may come back.
Push your hips back as you lunge down and get back up by pushing through your feet. Then raise it up. Rest up and we'll swap over to the other leg. Squats are next. Rest those glutes and we're almost done with the second set. Make sure you go down low and keep your glutes and core engaged. Line muscle connection is really important. Seconds rest now and we've got squat pulses to finish set 2. Squat and pulse 10 times, then come back up and repeat. And that's set to guys. Great job. Pause the video here if you need a longer rest.
I think she does those faster than me.
Place the dumbbells aside for the last set. We'll just need a resistance band if you have one. Don't worry if you don't have any, just follow the alternatives. Sit on the mat and reflect hip abduction.
For a moment. She doesn't give you enough time to actually get the thing on when you've got shoes on. Keep with me for a moment. I'm also going to put paper on the printer. So now I know why it's complaining. For some unknown reason, half my husband's stuff prints from the back tray on the printer, which we never actually have any paper in because why would you? Right. Sorry about that.
Keep your back straight. Use your legs open.
Got these on.
You're working your glutes here, so focus on it.
I've got more of these things coming so that I've got the lighter weight ones. This is the medium one. I need one that's a bit lighter and also one that's a bit heavier.
Rest up and glute bridge abduction is next. Lay down flat on the mat with the knees bent like so. Now press the hips upwards. Make sure you don't overextend. Make sure your core and glutes are engaged too. Then do an abduction while you're at the top. Then come back down and repeat. Rest now, flip around on all fours and make raises on it. Raise one leg up and lower it down slowly. Make sure you're not arching your back here too.
Now this is the exercise that I need the lighter weight one for, because I just can't keep my leg up. Oh, soggy doggy. Yep, most definitely a soggy moggy. She's all wet.
Seconds rest now and we'll move on to the other leg. Just 3 more exercises after this one. Keep pushing, guys.
Now I'm soggy.
Stay in the same position, rest up, and rainbows are next. We want to cross to the other side, then draw a rainbow with the foot. Make sure you're focusing on using the boots here.
Okay, this one I'm going to have to take this off. It's too tight for that exercise. It's great for the glute reduction ones. But if I'm going to keep good form, it's just too short to be able to do this.
Seconds rest again and work on the other leg. We're almost done. Rest those glutes. Final 10 seconds rest and then squat plank bridges.
Standard glute bridges.
Again, press your hips up using glute muscles while having a core in. Squeeze your glutes in the top and let's give it all you got and finish off the workout. And that's the workout. Your glutes should feel on fire right now. Please like the video.
Oh, they definitely feel well done anyway. Oh. Right. Pardon me, sorry about that. Okay, so that's me done for today. So next step is to basically fill up the steaming station thing with water and yeah, basically get ready to steam the heck out of that wall and hopefully get that last layer of wallpaper off. Get it back down to bare jib and see what we are dealing with. I do know that if I can't get off all that plaster off that bit that's been plastered over the wallpaper, I'm going to have to replaster over it, but at least there'll be less wallpaper. I won't be increasing the area. I'm just sort of hoping that the steam will loosen it off a bit. I've got one area behind the fridge which I've got to try the steamer on as well, see if that helps. And yeah, whoever did this place, I know that they weren't actually a builder. The guy that built it built the garage first, lived in the garage, then built the house, but he was not a builder by trade. I do know that. We got told that by the neighbours that lived in the front house in front when we moved in. They weren't very impressed, not with the building side of it, that was fine, but there were certain other things that they weren't impressed with. So anyhow, by the time I've finished, it should be a lot closer to what it should have been. So all the joints will be done in jointing tape. Luckily I have a roll of it, because it's another thing you can't get at the moment is jointing tape. You can get the fiberglass mesh crap, but you can't get the real stuff. And it's the real stuff that I want to use, because that's what any professional plasterer will use. I've got all the tools I need. So I've got aluminium fork. I've now got a taping knife, which I didn't used to have. I used to use one of those plastic pieces of crap. I've got things. I've got a plastering trowel, which has had its edges done so that it's like one that's been used for years. And I've got it's actually a tiling tool that can be used for small spaces, which I'm going to be using for plastering in small spaces because we've got a number of very small spaces to do plastering in. I will show you what I mean actually. So this is the back of the kitchen door, and they used tape halfway down it and then they just stopped. So it's partially plastered, partially taped, and yeah, not finished. And the other thing is, when they've taped, what you normally do is you put down plaster for it to bed into. You put the tape on there and bed it in, and then you plaster over the top of it. It's from memory anyway, and it looks like they've just bedded it in and stopped. Which then means when you put wallpaper over the top of it, the wallpaper sticks to the tape. When you take the wallpaper off, it takes the top surface of the tape off. If there was plaster there, the wallpaper would stick, but presuming you'd sized the wall first, and I don't think they did that either, it would actually release reasonably cleanly. That's not what's happened. So I've got quite a few bits of tape which are not coping well with everything that's happened to them. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of replacement of tape required as well. So whoever did it was not a plasterer by trade, and I don't think they'd had a lot of experience either. I mean, I'm not a plasterer by trade. I don't have a huge amount of experience, but if I don't know how to do something, I look it up. And even then, there were ways to find these things out. Reader's Digest put out a whole lot of books on that sort of stuff for a start. And the library had that sort of thing too, and you could always just go down to your local hardware store and say, in the area that supplied that sort of stuff, hey, how do you do this? Obviously they didn't. So I'm a little miffed. It's making a lot of extra work for me. I mean, I sort of expected it because when I did youngest bedroom, they hadn't put the tape on a lot of the inside joins in the wardrobe. One of the outside joins on the wardrobe, they hadn't put the corner stuff on. So yeah, it means it damages a lot more easily too, which is not great. They have at least done the external corner stuff in the kitchen. Yeah. So anyhow, that is it for me today. I am going to get on to all that other stuff, and I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow, depending on how many people are in the lounge. Thank you for watching, and if you liked what I'm doing, I would be really pleased if you'd subscribe and hit the like button, and yeah, see you later.